Techniques required to know to get your gold belts. First, we're going to start into front stance, double fist. First strike is inverted chop. Come back like this. Back arm. You're going to flip it over, hit the target on the neck, palm up, thumb in, hands are up here, back to double fist. This is what it looks like. Hey! You can use your front arm as well. Just like that, same target, same technique. Next up is outside crescent kick. Your leg should already be straight. If you're in the correct front stance, it'll start straight and it'll stay straight throughout the whole entire kick and it'll end straight. There's not a time during this kick where you bend your leg, okay? You're gonna come together first. You're gonna cross over just like this, do your crescent, and all the way back. It's a circular kick, so you're making a big circle, just like that, all the way back down to your front stance position. Next up is back fist. Back fist will always be with the front arm, okay? Good strong front stance, double fist. When I do this strike, my front arm, palm is gonna face me. I'm gonna go out and back, just like that, and it's gonna be fast. Hey! Just like that. If I turn to the side, front arm, hey! Just like that. If I do it slow, go all the way out, extend, and back. Next up is side stance. I'm going to do this stance with my target being towards the side. My left leg will be in the front. Okay, so this stance is very similar to horse stance. Both knees are bent, both feet are facing opposite corners. Okay? My target is this way, my hand is across my body, my other hand is over here, just over this leg. But out to the side so that I can still see my target, it's not right in front of my face. Just like that. This is my side stance position. From here, we're going to do side kick. Side kick. I'm going to chamber. This is the front. This is the side. I'm going to chamber to the side, just like this, but to the front of my body. Okay, front of my body, side of my body, and chamber in the front of my body like I'm doing high knee. Okay? My foot is going to be flexed, and the bottom of my foot is going to be towards the ground. Okay? So, I kick straight out, toes to the side, hands are up, back in, and down. Okay? So, chamber high, extend out to the side, back in, and down. Okay? My foot position is called blade foot. It's flexed, and the bottom of my foot is towards the ground. So I'm hitting the target with the outside edge of my foot. Next up is front leg roundhouse. I'm going to be doing this kick with the front leg. My chamber is going to point toward my target. Okay? It's not going to go to the front of my body. It's going to go to the side of my body, to the front of the room, towards my target. Hands are up. My foot will be pointed completely. I'm going to extend my leg out towards my target, back in, and then down. Okay? I'll do it facing you now. Okay? My knee points towards my target, hands are up. My foot is by my butt. My foot is also pointed. I extend out, I recoil, and I come back down into my side stance. Next up is back leg roundhouse. I'm going to show this from the side and the front. The side first. Target this way. I'm going to start in front stance. Hands are up in double fist. Back leg kicks. I turn into side stance. I do my roundhouse. I turn back towards the front. Okay? This foot is turning into side stance position. Now, if I were to do a front leg roundhouse like that, it's in that same position. So I come from here, side stance, roundhouse, and then back to the front. Now I'll show you going this way. Okay? In front stance, hands are up, chamber, mid side stance now, and then I do my roundhouse. Back here into front stance after I'm done. Next up is cross behind sidekick. Going back to side stance. I'm going to face this way again, just like this. Side stance, hands are up. My back leg, target's this way, my back leg is going to cross behind, chamber up, side kick, cross back into the front the way I came, and then back into side stance. Just like that, keeping my hands strong the whole time. Next up, we're going to do knife strike. We're going to do this strike from front stance. You can pretty much do this strike from any stance. You can do it from back stance, side stance. Wouldn't ever really do it in horse stance, but I guess you technically could. Alright, so how this one works, you're going to go into front stance. Okay? Back arm. Both hands are actually going to be blade hand. Both arms are going to come from the back just like this. Your front arm is going to do it similar to an outside block. Okay, similar, not the same as. Okay, from here it's going to go to the outside, palm facing the front, or maybe just slightly to the corner. Other hand is going to go straight here to your sternum. Fingers are facing forward. So comes from the back to the front, just like this. From my elbow to my fingertip is all straight, so my wrist won't be bent like that. It'll be straight forward, just like that, palm out, fingers straight, thumbs in. This is palm up, fingers straight, and right by my sternum, elbow in. So I'm not out like this, I'm forward. Everything is going forward. To the front, and then front stance, hands come from the back, go straight forward like that. Next up is a regular chop. Okay, we've done inverted chop already at the beginning. This one is just a standard chop. So, if I'm in front stance here, hands are up just like this. My standard chop is going to be done with my front arm. Hand is going to go to the opposite shoulder. Blade hands with thumb in, fingers flat, hands together, elbow pointing towards my target. I'm going to go all the way out and unfold just like that, going straight forward, hitting my target, and then back to double fist. So, chop looks just like that. Front arm. Next is the vertical finger jab. This one is going to be done with the front arm. I'll go to my front stance, hands are up, just like this. Regular jab, comes down, straight forward. Finger jab, vertical finger jab. It's going to go down, fingers out, straight forward. Fingers will be vertical, up and down, not flat like this. Up and down. So here, straight forward, just like that. Thumbs in, fingers tight. Last, we are going to learn how to tie our belts. Okay, take your belt. There's one way to tie it, one way to tie it only. Okay? This just makes it easier, makes it more simple, and makes it look a lot better. Okay. Get about a foot into your belt. Grab that point. All the slack should be towards your right. Okay? Put that point that you found about a foot in your belt, put that on your left hip. Hold that with your left hand. Take this part, start by your left hand, and slide out. Keep your belt flat all the way around. Don't twist it like this. Okay? Keep it flat all the way around. Okay? Once you meet your other hand around your back, grab it with your left hand, take your right arm and come all the way to the front again. Okay? Now, this part, the part that you started out with, that should be going down. Not up on top of this belt, but down. Okay. Right arm grabs the belt, you're going to wrap it around one more time. So a total of 2 times. And you're going to keep it flat all the way around your belt, right on top of that first layer. Flat all the way around. Should end up with the rest of the slack going straight forward. Okay? Now, once you pull this part down, you are going to lengthen it towards the front, just like this. Okay? So, I'm comparing the two. my left side should just be a little bit longer than my right side. Not much, okay? Now, it should be flat all the way back behind here, and it should come out like this. One side coming from underneath, and one side coming from on top. Now, you're going to cross the belts over each other, okay? So, you're going to take whichever side, okay? I'm going to face you so that's not too confusing. Don't pay attention to whatever side is right or left, okay? The belt that is coming on top is going to stay on top whenever you cross over. So it's going to be like this. You're going to take that top side and cross it over just like this. The top stays on top. You're going to use this top one to go not through the hole, but behind this part of the belt that's on by your stomach, okay? Pull that up and then tighten up your belt. Okay, it should be nice and snug. This should go underneath. Tighten that up. One side should be whichever part of the belt was on top, that should be on your right side. Okay, so it should be on that side. Because I'm facing you, it's going to be opposite, so don't get confused. Okay, now, if you notice, this is on top right here, this is on the bottom. It's the same rule, top over bottom. Just remember that. Okay? So top, you're going to take the two, you're going to cross them over. Top stays on top whenever you cross over. It's not going to go underneath. This is going to stay on top. You're going to use the top one to go through the hole, pull it out, and then tighten that up, and you're good to go. Okay? I like to take the tips of my belt, bring them together, and pop my belt into place, making sure it's nice and tight. Okay? Those are all of your gold belt techniques. Make sure you practice, drill, and study these techniques so that you can do them well, get your stripe, and then eventually test for your belts. Thank you.